about business. Like, can we not appreciate this moment right here?
I'm sorry, it's a business trip.
Latisha Scott has been making big claims about her success as an entrepreneur, but now fans are beginning to question what's really going on. Over the years, she has presented herself as a powerhouse businesswoman, promoting major real estate, projects, luxury ventures like the Black Cigar Lounge, and financial growth. But when you take a closer look, something doesn't add up. Fans have noticed a pattern, grand announcements and exciting plans, but very little follow-through. From real estate deals that never seem to materialize to projects that disappear. After a big announcement, many are starting to wonder if Latisha's business empire is more smoke and mirrors than actual success. Take Scott Realty, one of her most publicized ventures. Despite being active for a few years, there's not much visible proof of major sales, listings, or real estate deals under its name. The company exists, but there's little evidence that it's thriving. Then there's the Black Cigar Lounge, promoted as a luxury experience by Latisha and her husband Marceau. While it did eventually open, the project faced delays, and many fans noticed inconsistencies in how it was presented. At times, it seemed like a fully operational business. Other times, it looked like it was still under construction. This inconsistency has led many to speculate that the lounge might be struggling behind the scenes. Latisha has also talked about expanding into real estate development, including homes and commercial properties. But again, fans are asking, where are these projects? Despite the bold claims, there's little evidence of completed work. One of the most talked about projects is Scott Manor, a grand family estate that Latisha and Marceau have been teasing for years. It was supposed to be a major symbol of their business success, but years later, there's barely any progress. Viewers have even compared old clips from Love and Marriage, Huntsville, to current satellite images and social media posts, showing that the land remains virtually untouched. Beyond that, Latisha once mentioned plans to develop entire shopping plazas and create passive income streams through real estate investments. But again, there are no public records or concrete updates confirming any progress. Fans have taken to social media to track her claims over the years, pointing out a pattern of big talk followed by silence or delay. This has sparked bigger questions about whether these ventures were ever properly funded or if Latisha and Marceau were simply overpromising in order to boost their brand. As the backlash grew, Latisha finally addressed some of the criticism. She explained that real estate and construction take time and that setbacks are normal in business. While that's true, critics argue that her explanation doesn't account for why there's been little to no progress on these projects over such a long period. She also dismissed some of the backlash as negativity and jealousy, which didn't sit well with many fans. To them, it felt like she was avoiding accountability, rather than offering a transparent explanation. A major point of concern for fans is whether Latisha and Marceau actually have the financial means to support these ambitious projects. Real estate and construction require serious capital, and while the couple portrays themselves as successful, business owners, people are starting to question whether the money is really there. The delays with Scott Manor and the uncertainties surrounding the Black Cigar Lounge have only fueled these doubts, even though Latisha claims they're making progress. The lack of visible development is hard to ignore. Legal issues and financial speculation have further fueled the narrative that Latisha's business ventures may not be as solid as she claims. While there haven't been major lawsuits, some fans believe behind-the-scenes struggles could be hindering their progress. Experts note that real estate ventures often fail due to poor planning or overestimating financial capabilities. In Latisha's case, repeatedly hyping projects without delivering results is starting to raise red flags. Being on a reality TV show adds another layer of complexity. On one hand, it offers free publicity, helping to promote her businesses to a nationwide audience. On the other, it also opens her up to intense public scrutiny. Every statement she makes is fact-checked, and fans aren't holding back when things don't line up. Some even speculate that she's using the show to keep her business ventures in the spotlight, more as a storyline than as real businesses. When the announcements don't lead to results, it starts to look like Latisha is more focused on her reality TV image than actually building a business empire.
Me going to talk to him about something is going to be a wake-up call.
As fans continue to investigate and speak out, the pressure is growing. Latisha can no longer ignore the questions. Whether these ventures were ever viable or simply PR stunts remains unclear. But one thing is certain, people are no longer taking her word for it. They want proof, and until she shows results, the skepticism isn't going away. The pressure on Latisha isn't just coming from fans, it's also building within the love and marriage Huntsville community. Fellow cast members have started subtly throwing shade or outright questioning her business claims during episodes and interviews. Martell Holt, for example, has raised eyebrows when discussing real estate, often pointing out how difficult it is to actually succeed in the industry. Others on the show have made snide remarks or looked skeptical when Latisha discusses her ventures. This growing tension has made it increasingly hard for Latisha to maintain the narrative of unstoppable success. Even supporters of Latisha are beginning to admit that something feels off. Many want to see her win and appreciate the way she portrays a strong, successful Black woman. However, they're also demanding transparency. Some fans say that if she simply showed the challenges she was facing, like financing issues, city permits, or delays due to the economy, they would be far more understanding. But because she presents everything as if it's always going perfectly, the lack of results comes off as misleading. Authenticity goes a long way in building trust, and right now, that trust is beginning to erode. Latisha's branding as a boss lady has been central to her identity, both on-screen and online. She frequently posts motivational quotes, luxury, fashion photos, and glimpses into her so-called entrepreneurial lifestyle. But without the business receipts to back it up, some now see it as curated content rather than a reflection of her real-life achievements. In today's social media era, many influencers have learned the hard way that appearances can only go so far. Eventually, followers want to see substance behind the image. If Latisha doesn't shift toward more transparency and proof of her business success, she risks losing her credibility not only with fans, but also with potential partners and investors. Meanwhile, Marceau's role in all of this cannot be ignored. As her husband and business partner, he has often been the face of the construction side of their ventures. But his reputation isn't spotless either. Over the years, fans have pointed out contradictions in his statements and delays in his construction timelines. If Marceau is supposed to be managing the building side and things aren't moving forward, then that raises just as many questions about his involvement and ability as it does about Latisha's. Some viewers speculate that the couple may be in over their heads, good at selling the dream, but not experienced enough to deliver the results. The backlash may be loud, but it also presents an opportunity for Latisha to pivot. If she's serious about her businesses, now is the time to double down, be honest, and start producing visible outcomes. Whether that means showing the paperwork, walking fans through completed deals, or being transparent about what stalled and why, she needs to take back control of the narrative. The window of goodwill is closing, and reality TV fans have long memories. What Latisha does next will determine if she's remembered as a true mogul who overcame setbacks, or as someone who just played the part on TV without ever building something real.